What if the most talked about moment of the night was not the award on stage, but a quiet exchange in the shadows that cameras almost missed? If you're still watching, subscribe. Let's get the story started as the world of your favorite celebrity unfolds.
Stay tuned.
The scene opens on a grand awards ceremony glowing with prestige. Crystal lights spill across a sea of formal attire. The air carries a mix of anticipation and rehearsed elegance. Every smile is measured. Every step is watched. Every frame has the potential to become history. Among the constellation of stars, two names draw a particular gravity. Dylan Wang,
Shen Yue.
two actors whose shared past on screen once created a cultural wave. Two careers that soared in parallel after a drama that defined an era for many viewers. They arrive separately as professionals do, each greeted by flashes, each surrounded by their own circles. On the surface, it is simply another industry night, another ceremony, another celebration of talent. But stories do not always begin on the stage. They begin in the margins. A camera lens, restless and searching, catches a moment between segments. A candid angle, a space between seats. A brief interaction that lasts only seconds in real time but stretches endlessly in the eyes of fans. A lean closer, a shared laugh, a moment of eye contact that seems to hold familiarity. And suddenly the narrative ignites. The documentary voice enters, calm and immersive. In the world of celebrity culture, a single unscripted second can outweigh hours of official programming. Audiences are drawn not only to performances, but to authenticity, to moments that feel unguarded, human, real. For fans who remember Dylan Wang and Shen Yue as an iconic on-screen pair, any interaction carries emotional residue. Their drama together once blurred the line between fiction and feeling for millions of viewers. Characters may end, but impressions linger. So when cameras catch them in what appears to be a warm exchange, the internet does what it does best. It rewinds. It zooms. It interprets. Was it a romantic moment? Was it friendly familiarity? Or was it simply two former co-stars sharing a polite interaction in a high-pressure environment? The truth often lives quietly between those options. The montage continues. Clips circulate across platforms within minutes. Slow-motion edits appear. Background music is added. Comment sections fill with excitement. Some fans celebrate as if a long-awaited sequel has begun. Others urge caution, reminding everyone that comfort does not equal romance. But emotion moves faster than caution. Dylan Wang, known for his charismatic presence and playful public image, has always displayed warmth toward colleagues. Shen Yue, recognized for her natural charm and grounded demeanor, carries an ease that makes interactions feel sincere. When these two energies meet, the result can look cinematic even when it is ordinary. And that is the fascinating tension of celebrity moments. Ordinary gestures under extraordinary scrutiny. The voiceover deepens. Award ceremonies are unique spaces. Long hours. Shared waiting areas. Familiar faces reconnecting after busy schedules. Laughter often comes from relief as much as from affection. A whisper may be about timing cues, not secrets. A smile may be courtesy, not confession. Yet for an audience invested in their story, context can fade behind hope. There is also the legacy of their shared history. A drama that resonated widely can permanently link two actors in public imagination. Viewers who once believed in their characters sometimes carry that belief forward, gently blending fiction with reality. But actors live many lives beyond a single role. The camera drifts through their individual journeys since their breakout collaboration. New projects. New co-stars. New challenges. Each building a path defined by personal growth and professional ambition. Their trajectories show two artists focused on craft, longevity, and evolution. Still, when their paths cross again, even briefly, it feels like revisiting a familiar chapter. The narration softens. Perhaps what fans truly respond to is not romance, but nostalgia. A reminder of when their on-screen story first made hearts race. A return to a time when their chemistry felt fresh and magical. Seeing them share a light moment rekindles that memory. Memory is powerful. It can turn seconds into stories. But reality remains grounded. There have been no public confirmations, no declarations, no evidence beyond what a camera captured in a fleeting exchange. And sometimes, a fleeting exchange is just that. Two colleagues, two professionals, two people acknowledging a shared past in a demanding industry. The final act unfolds quietly. As the ceremony continues, winners are announced, speeches are given, applause rises and falls. The night moves forward, but online, that small moment keeps replaying. Discussed, debated, celebrated. Not because it proves anything, but because it feels meaningful to those who care. The closing narration settles, with gentle clarity. Maybe the most honest way to see the moment is this. Two artists who once created something beloved sharing a brief, warm interaction in a space that celebrates their industry. Nothing more is required for it to be special. Because not all magic is romantic. Some magic is simply human connection. Some magic is memory meeting the present. The screen fades on a quiet reflection. Whether their bond is friendship, mutual respect, or just professional courtesy, Wang and Shen Yue continue to shine on their own paths. And perhaps that is the real story. Two individuals growing beyond the roles that first linked them, yet still capable of reminding fans why they once captured hearts together. And the biggest revelation may be this. Sometimes the camera does not capture a love story. Sometimes it captures a moment that people love to believe in. And in the world of fame and fandom, belief can be as powerful as reality. What if the most talked about moment of the night was not the award on stage, but a quiet exchange in the shadows that cameras almost missed? And as the clip continues to circulate, slowed down, replayed, examined from every possible angle, the story begins to grow beyond the moment itself. Because in modern celebrity culture, a moment does not stay a moment for long. It becomes a narrative, a headline,
A debate.
a shared experience among millions who are not in the room but feel emotionally present through a screen. The documentary lens widens. Think about the journey that led here. Two young actors once cast in roles that demanded chemistry, vulnerability, and emotional timing. A drama that resonated so deeply it traveled across borders, languages, and cultures. Viewers laughed with them, cried with them, and in many ways, grew up alongside their characters. When a project leaves that kind of imprint, it does not disappear when filming ends. It lingers in memory. It shapes perception. It builds a bridge between the actors and the audience that time does not easily erase. So when Wang and Shen Yue appear in the same frame again, even years later, it feels like reopening a well-loved book to a familiar page. The voiceover becomes more reflective. But life after a breakout role is rarely simple. Both moved forward into new genres, new partnerships, new public images. They learned to carry the weight of early success while trying not to be defined by it. Reinvention is the quiet requirement of longevity in entertainment. And yet, the past has a gentle way of reintroducing itself. A shared laugh at an awards ceremony can awaken 1,000 memories in the minds of fans. Not because the actors are reliving the past, but because the audience is. Nostalgia has its own lens, and it often softens reality into something cinematic. The camera metaphorically slows down. Look closely at moments like these, and you will see layers. Professional courtesy. Familiarity between colleagues who once worked closely. The comfort that comes from shared history in a demanding industry. These are human elements, not necessarily romantic ones. But the human heart enjoys a good story. Online discussions begin to split into camps. Some fans are convinced there is hidden meaning. Others advocate respect for boundaries, reminding everyone that public figures deserve private space. Both sides speak from a place of care, just expressed differently. The narration deepens in tone. There is also the pressure of being part of a beloved on-screen pair. Actors often carry the echoes of their characters long after the final episode airs. Every interaction becomes symbolic, whether they intend it or not. A simple smile can be interpreted as a secret. A casual whisper can be labeled a confession. Yet those who live inside the spotlight know how misleading it can be. Award ceremonies are marathons of social interaction. Long hours, tight schedules, quick greetings between segments, laughter to ease nerves, conversations about work, timing, or mutual friends. Not every warm moment carries hidden emotion. Still, it is understandable why fans feel what they feel. Stories bring people together. Shared ships create communities. They give fans something joyful to discuss, analyze, and celebrate. In many ways, these narratives are less about the celebrities and more about the connections formed among viewers. The camera drifts toward a quiet conclusion. Imagine the reality behind the glamour. Two professionals acknowledging each other's growth. Perhaps congratulating each other on recent projects. Perhaps reminiscing briefly about how far they have come since their early days. Simple, grounded human exchanges. That alone can be meaningful without becoming romantic. The closing narration settles softly. Maybe the real beauty of the moment is not in proving a relationship, but in showing mutual respect between two people who once created something special together. A reminder that shared history does not have to turn into distance or drama. It can simply become quiet appreciation. Because not every story needs a twist. Not every connection needs a label. Not every spark is a fire. The final reflection lingers. Wang continues his ascent, carving a versatile career. Shen Yue continues her steady evolution, building depth and range. Their paths may cross again or may not. Either way, their individual journeys remain the main narrative of their lives. And perhaps the biggest truth is this. Sometimes a romantic moment is not a promise of love. Sometimes it is just a gentle echo of a story people once loved deeply. The screen fades, but the conversation among fans continues, not driven by facts alone, but by feeling. And in the world of storytelling, feeling has always been the most powerful force of all.